Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am coming to you from outdoors and on our back patio because your girl didn't manage her time well and I'm about to lose light. I actually just took the pictures and I need to edit this video today so you get it on time on today that you're seeing it. So anyway, I am coming in with today is the November subscriber pick, McCalls 8412. I will pop up pictures and everything here, but before I get into this, let me tell you a couple administrative things. I did mention maybe a few videos back that I would be running a sale on SewNaturalDane. So what I have done is, yay, there are mystery garment label packs. So you can either get a quantity of 15 for $10 or a quantity of 7 for $5. Mystery of what's in there, but if you've ever wanted to try my garment labels, you can now, and I have reduced the shipping down to $5, so you will be able to shop. I said head on over. I will leave a link down in the description box. Consider supporting SewNaturalDane and pick up you some garment labels, and you will be able to see on the page all of the labels so you know what they look like if you've never seen them before. But you'll see they show sold out, so the only thing you'll see are the garment label mystery packs. So head on over to the website, support. And again, I reduced the shipping to just $5, and so you can pick those up easily. So let's go ahead and jump into this review. And before I forget, it's Thanksgiving week. So all of those in the United States that celebrate, have a blessed Thanksgiving. I want to thank you all. I think I hit 15,000 subscribers. And so I want to thank you all for subscribing, for tuning in, for liking, for commenting, all of the things. I want to thank you all for your continued support. And so yeah, I wanted to pop in and say that because I almost forgot. It is Thanksgiving week. So everybody have a blessed Thanksgiving. Whatever you decide to do, get some sewing in. And speaking of subscriber pick, head on over to the community tab. I have posted 3 more McCalls patterns. This is our final quarter, so those who are new, the pattern in focus is every quarter I choose a different pattern from a commercial pattern company. This is all about commercial patterns, and I pick a pattern. I select 3 and put them up for vote, and then subscribers, everybody select, pick what you think I should make in that particular month. So we are rounding out the quarter with McCall, so we have just December. So head on over to the community tab. I have put 3 new patterns up, and so you can go ahead and select those. But yeah, let's jump into this one. This is again McCalls 8412. If you saw on the poll, and I think I mentioned in maybe the Sewing Buzz is when I announced it, I was doing view A, view B, and view D. Well, and I was considering doing it in knit. And so this made for a woven, except for the bodysuit is made for knit. But what happened was I decided, you know what? I don't mind doing it in woven. I was just gonna push myself to do it in knit because I'm like in my knit phase. You all know if you saw my video, I am in my knit phase. And yeah, there are cars going by. There was a plane that went over. So we'll see how much distraction we have. But anyway, so I decided I'm just gonna work with the fabric in my stash, and I am working with, if you can tell, I have it on sitting outside here. Didn't want to bring Lady Dane out here and all of that and go through all of that, but what I did was this pink, if you can see this, yeah, you can see it, it's coming off true to color. This, if you all, maybe somebody in the comments can tell me if you remember, but this is a MiMiG print. It was a collaboration she did with Riley Blake Fabrics, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago maybe. And I remember picking up, I had 2.5, almost 3, I think, no, 3 yards. I had 3 yards of this. Here's what I picked up. And then this is a viscose twill from So Much Fabric. And I was like, because the pattern, as you can tell, it has contrasting pieces. And so, which is something I definitely want to point out about this pattern. And so that's what I wanted to do. Now, out the gate, I will just tell you, I did not do the bodysuit. I cut out the pattern pieces for the bodysuit, but you guys, I had to be honest with myself. I don't wear bodysuits. I don't like bodysuits. Even when they was, what was it, the 80s, they were big. You know, I'm dating myself. Look, I'm over 50, but they were big back then, and I didn't like them then. And I was like, you know, why did I say I was gonna make this bodysuit and I'm not? And then I was thinking about, oh, I could just cut it, you know, make it to where it's just a tank. But I was like, I got enough tank patterns. I don't need to do that. So I was like, we Xing the view A. So did not do view A. It turns out I did not have, I had 3 yards of the MiMiG and I only had 2 yards of the viscose twill. And when I tell you I have nothing but scraggly scraps left, that's all I have left of both of these fabrics. I was piecing stuff together. You will see the front band piece. You'll see in the pictures, it doesn't even, it's not all of this all the way down. I think halfway down, I had to, what scraps I had left of the MiMiG, I added on to the bottom. I think you can see here, you'll be able to see in the pictures too, but see here, I didn't have enough, which that worked out. But I had enough to do like the bands and all of that. And then the shorts, I figured I would do the shorts. Use the bottom of the shorts, you can tell in the pictures, is I had enough scraps to make that the contrast, because there are a lot of contrasting pieces. I do like that about this pattern, but here is the caveat with this one, you guys. If you pick up this one, be prepared to just take your time. Don't be in the rush for this. Make this one of those nice, relaxing, work on it over several days type project. It took me 2 days to do this. And part of that was because I messed up so bad, so bad on this band. The inside of this, and I'm going to show you, the inside of this is horrendous. You can't tell from the outside, but the inside, because I kept unpicking. Let me get into the details. There are a total, this is what I'm saying, don't be in a rush. It's a good pattern, but do not be in a rush. It is 28 pattern pieces total. Now, take out 2 because the duster you can put a pocket in, and you do have the belt. I didn't want either because this duster, I want it to be, even though it looks more like loungy and casual, I'm wearing it, the pictures you see, I'm wearing it with something I recently made, and I knew I wanted to wear this with that. So I purposely, I didn't want belt or belt loops or pockets or anything like that. I just wanted a free-flowing duster. I'll talk about that other piece because I made it with something else, but you'll see that in December. And so I knew I wanted to pair it that way. And then, of course, with all of the pieces have, all of the views, I should say, have a lot of pieces because you have all of the different contrasting pieces. So with instead of me, I didn't have enough to do the pants, the full pants. So obviously I did the shorts. So you have the front yoke, you have the back yoke, then you have the side front, and then you have the side back pieces. And then for the duster, you got the sleeve bands, you got the hem band, you have the this here band, and you making, you know, double pieces for this so it can fold over on itself. But yeah, it's a lot. It's labor intensive, but I actually really do like this pattern. I will say, if you like simple dusters, don't make this. Just go get you I'm sure that you have a duster pattern or something easy woven where it's just a sleeve, the front and back, and then you add bias binding around the neckline. I say do that. But if you ever want to do contrasting, maybe some color blocking, get this pattern because all of the pieces are separated for you, so you don't have to figure out, oh, how much of this do I want to be this contrasting color or fabric or whatever. Get this pattern. I do recommend it. I picked up this pattern in August 2023. I want to say it came out in 2023. I'm looking at the I'm trying to see if yeah, it came out in 2023, so I must have picked it up around the time when it came out, because I really do like it. I really do want to make the pants, because I like how the pants are bell bottom, has that bell bottom look and real, you know, loose and flowy look. Now, here's the thing with the shorts. The instructions, let me say the instructions. I didn't have any issue with the instructions, except for when, and it's probably me in reading the instructions when I was putting this here around, I put the, you know, when you combine the facing pieces with the neckband and then you attach, I inverted the pieces, and so it wasn't fitting around the neckline, and I was thinking, why isn't this fitting, why isn't this fitting? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, what I did was, because it didn't fit initially, I put a deep pleat in the back of the duster. And you know how you doing other things, and I'm thinking about, oh, I got to get back to that duster. And as I was thinking about it and thinking about why didn't that piece fit, because all the pieces were cut the same size, which I did not mention. Full bust 45, waist 40, hip 52. I cut out a size 22W. The size pack that I have is a 20W through 28W, and I cut out a 22W, which, oh, I should have pulled out the pattern piece, because it's like 8 or 9 inches of ease in this pattern. But the bust for 22W is 44, the waist is 37, and then the hip is 46, but it's like 8 inches of ease, I feel like. So that's why I went with a 22W. But for the pants or the shorts, I should have gone to a 24W. I don't know if you can tell all that much to me for my comfort. And I'm sitting here, and it's the bottom of the shorts is digging into my legs, and so I should have gone up a side. Actually, oh, I would have had to, because it is wider hip. Maybe even I should have gone all the way up to a 28W. Let me just say that. I think a 28W would have been fine. It had just been really loose though, which is fine. I'd rather it be loose than tight, and I feel like, and you'll see the pictures, that is more snug than I would like. So I think, in all honesty, I could have gone up to a 26W. This pattern actually goes up to a 28W. This pattern actually goes up to a 38W, so it's very size inclusive. I just have the pack that goes from a 20 to a 28W, but the next size pack up must be a 28W to a 38W, or a 30W to 38W. It requires a lot of fabric. This duster alone was easily, I tell you exactly, you need at least 4 yards for the robe. You need you don't need a lot for the shorts. I would say with the contrasting pieces and everything, just make sure you have, I would say, 1.5 yards of each of the fabrics, so you're able to, if you're going to do like me and just use the 2, I would say make sure you definitely have enough, at least 4 yards of your main, but then the contrasting pieces have at least 2 to 3, just so you can have room to play with and everything like that, to make sure you have enough to do your contrasting properly. Because the yoke on my shorts, the yoke in the front is supposed to be contrasting, but I didn't have enough of this. I literally did not have enough of this to do that, so I was only able to make the bands of the shorts this here, the MiMiG Fabric. But yeah, I would say the pattern is definitely easy to sew, because what you're doing is you're combining all of these contrasting pieces, then you're sewing it together. So normally when you sew pants and everything, you don't have all these separate contrasting yoke pieces, top of the pants, side contrasting front, side contrasting back. You just have front and back. So at least the instructions walk you through putting all the pieces so they're one before you start combining them, which I thought was good. And then what I was going to say about this, so I got a little confused with the instructions where I inverted the pieces, and so I had to unpick all of that, because then it dawned on me, right, that, oh, I think I had the piece on upside down. So I came back, unpicked all of this around here, and realized once I, you know, turned the piece right side around, it fit in nicely. However, that meant me unpicking, I stretched the fabric. And so when I needed to turn, because this here band is 2 pieces that you sew on and then you turn in, so you have that nice clean finish on the inside. Well, when I turned in, because I had to unpick it 3 times, you guys, because then once I put the facing piece on, I did the same thing again. I inverted the piece and then I had to unpick where the shoulders was, and by that time I had already clipped in. You know how they tell you to clip into the curves? I had already clipped into all the curves, and so when I realized what I did and I unpicked it again for like the 4th time, literally, when I sewed it down and I was looking at it, you know, to press my seams down, I noticed there was all these little holes around the back neck edge, and that's where I clipped in and didn't catch that those areas, so I had to stitch again around there. So then by the time I ate up a lot of the fabric, because, you know, around the neckline that should have been easily able to lay down, but by the time I did all of that and unpicking and going back and forth, I just stretched out all of that. And so the outside looks fine, right? I feel like I could have pressed this a little bit more. It looks puckery. Doesn't that look puckery? Yeah, I didn't press that very well, so forgive me for that. And quite frankly, actually, this, I should have done a shoulder adjustment here, because I don't know if you can tell, I'm gonna kind of sit straight, but my shoulder stops here, but stops here. You see where that seam is? So really, I haven't had to do that with commercial in a while, but again, I should have measured. Typically I always measure, but I think because I have been doing good with not having to make that adjustment, I tend to have to used to always make that adjustment, but I wasn't paying attention on this, and I really should have adjusted the shoulders here, because this is dropped shoulder and it's not meant to be. Well, I can't tell on her, but it's not meant to be. I don't think drop shoulder like that for sure. So besides the fact that, yeah, that's poor pressing, I should have pressed that better. But anyway, so yeah, by the time I did all that picking and unpicking, you guys, yeah, I kind of ruined the neckline around here. And but I did my best. I did try to really go back in and press everything down, but I'm gonna show you, see if I can show you. The inside is starting to get pretty dark, but I think you can still see me pretty well. And I did take a couple cheater methods. So if you can you tell? See, it's wobbly. See how that's wobbly and wavy in there? That's because when I was clipping and unclipping and having to keep sewing it 3-4 times in this area, like literally, that's how many times I had to unpick this. I had ate up so much of that fabric, it wasn't able to lay properly. So when I did turn this over, it would lay down. But you guys, I used my heat bond and I went down through there and I was just pressing. I do like how they have you finish off the hem band. I'm gonna show you this, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. I did a cheater's method, because this is what they wanted you to do for the sleeve band and for the shorts, the contrasting piece band. See how that's turned? You turn this up and then you have that clean stitching on the inside and it's nice and clean. Yeah. I was like, okay, because by the time I went through all of this, you guys, with this this band, this neck band, I was like, okay, we're gonna do the real quick, dirty, easy method. And that is, I just serged all the way around, added the band on the outside like this, serged all the way around and pressed it up. That's what I did. I did not bother with that on these sleeve bands or with the shorts, the band at the bottom of the shorts. But yeah, I love it. I do love it. And like I said, the piece that I'm wearing it with, you'll hear more about that in December and what else I made with that. But I just wanted something interchangeable, and it is really nice. Even though it's getting darker out here, it is I don't have my phone with me, but it's roughly 70 degrees. This is something I would go out in. This is that type of weather. And I think the high today might have been 75. And so this is like absolutely perfect what I'm taking pictures and videos you'll see pop up in. But I want to thank you all for choosing this one. This was a good one. It was just time management and me recording this. But I think it should be fine. I know it's getting dark. I'm about to end this, but head on over to SewNaturalDane. Pick up you a couple packs of mystery grab bag labels, garment labels. I for now will not be introducing garment labels. There are some other products coming, but garment labels I don't think it's just something people are looking for. So grab what is left, head on over to the website and head over to the community tab and choose the pattern for the month of December. And yeah, that is it, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. But I thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for choosing this. Now go choose December, and we will see you on Sunday. Oh, have a blessed Thanksgiving. All right, bye.